Welcome back in our episode of NBA 2K14. In the last episode, in the first game of the doubleheader and wrap up, the first game we saw the New York Knicks defeat the Indiana Pacers by 5 points, 9-9 to 9-4, and in the second game, the Dallas Mavericks dominate the Houston Rockets by 18, 119 and to 101 as the Mavericks on the road now. So coming up next, we have a doubleheader for you on TNT Thursday. We're off the first game here at the Chesapeake Energy Arena in Oklahoma City. It features the first return game between the Chris Paul and Blake Griffin of the Los Angeles Clippers take on the return of Kevin Durant of the Oklahoma City Thunder, and Kevin Durant finally make his return and now will make his first 2013-2014 game. I see the rotations right now for Oklahoma City. As you can see, 99 rating with 34 minutes ready to go of the presentation. We're ready to go now, as now we're ready to work. As a good matchup for you, Clippers and the Thunder. We're gonna be a good game. Now we're off to here in downtown Chesapeake Energy Arena. Just the second meeting of the matchup. And you see the last meeting because of Derek Fisher in the final seconds as he saved the day. Walk-up buzzer beater. So hopefully, a good matchup for you. We're off to Chesapeake Energy Arena in Oklahoma City. It features Chris Paul and Blake Griffin of the Los Angeles Clippers taking on the return of Kevin Durant and the Oklahoma City Thunder. And now Kevin Durant will make his 2013-2014 debut. So that'll do it for now. This is Andre Kenshin. We'll be right back after this. Enjoy the video here at the Chesapeake Energy Arena in Oklahoma City. Anyways, let's get started. Enjoy the video here at the Chesapeake Energy Arena in Oklahoma City. And I'll be sending over to Kevin Harlan here in Oklahoma City in Chesapeake Energy Arena. Anyways, let's get started. Enjoy the video.
Hi and welcome. I'm Damon Bruce and you're watching 2K Sports. Thursday night in the NBA. It'll be the Los Angeles Clippers facing off against the Oklahoma City Thunder. And with the opening tip, let's go out to Oklahoma City and join our broadcast team of Kevin Harlan, Clark Kellogg, and Steve Kerr.
Live from Oklahoma City, Oklahoma, the home of the Thunder, we're broadcasting from the Chesapeake Energy Arena. Thanks for tuning in, everyone, to this broadcast of NBA basketball. I'm Kevin Harlan. And with me today, Steve Kerr, Clark Kellogg, and our sideline reporter, Doris Burke. Now a chance to check out our starting lineups. And breaking down the game, let's take a look here at DeAndre Jordan.
Now, Jordan has a 9.5-foot standing reach. Then you combine that with outstanding leaping ability. See why Jordan can be such a lethal defender.
Yeah, very true, Steve. It's even tougher if you're the one trying to do the shot block. He has such great length and leaping ability that trying to go up and swat him is just asking to be put on a poster. You take a look at Los Angeles. A great start to the season for them, notching 3 wins to tip it off.
Well, I think for Los Angeles, they've continued to sit in that middle tier of teams that might be able to make the playoffs, but don't have the talent to maybe make a deep run.
Well, it's still early to say exactly where they'll end up, but it does seem like they're still a number of pieces away from real contention.
Durant, covered by Barnes. No good from Durant.
You know, one thing with Scott Brooks, guys, he's very consistent with his message. You listen in on those timeouts, it's all about getting stops. Defense, 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 and letting their offense come from that. Good. You know, he'll make you scratch your head and throw your hands up as a defender. I mean, you just don't know how to play it.
Back to Westbrook with a 3, and that one's good. Westbrook's got himself on the board with 3 there.
I thought the defense really kind of slacked off there. I mean, he's going to drill those threes when he gets a good look.
And Clark, you mentioned Brooks' single-mindedness. He stayed pretty constant with his rotations, too.
And there's no doubt players appreciate knowing their role, but, you know, a lot of critics have been surprised at how Brooks has stuck to his lineups. Some lineups that didn't seem to be all that effective. You know, his usual starting lineup with Seth Rocha and Perkins on the floor hasn't been their best in terms of plus-minus, but Brooks very loyal to his starting group.
Got that bucket in no time at all. And that's now 7 points for Jamal Crawford.
D there, guys, was pretty much non-existent. I mean, you can't leave a good shooter like that open.
And stolen by Barnes. And he lays it straight in.
How about this? They're shooting 80% so far. I know it's early, but offensively, they look great.
Well, you know, Matt Barnes back in high school was an All-American wide receiver. He led the nation in touchdown catches his senior season.
Clippers have gone 4 of 5 from the field so far. Paul kicks to Griffin.
Phenomenal alley-oop slam right there, guys.
They're taking advantage, Clark, of a team that looks lost out there.
Yeah, this is threatening to get kind of ugly out here.
Now let's send it over to Doris Burke, who was able to talk with Scott Brooks.
I asked him how he was going to slow down Blake Griffin in this one, and he told me, any way we can. He went on to add that he didn't really have any one answer for Blake because he is such a dynamic player. Adding, you see the dunks in the highlight reels, but he can hurt you in a lot of other ways as well. Really, we just have to throw everything we can his way. Guys?
Thanks, Doris. And for Matt Barnes, you can see some of that football influence in his style of play.
He's one of the highest recruited wide receivers coming out of high school before he went and played basketball at UCLA. But, yeah, he really knows how to go and get that ball, whether it's a loose ball or an offensive rebound. And he's a good backfield player as well.
You're right. He used to play high school ball in Sacramento. He had a lot of college coaches wanting to come play on the far side. Paul kicks to Crawford. And a great assist by Paul as that one goes in. Paul's got 3 assists tonight.
I don't think they can ask much more of him than what he's done this quarter.
Outside Durant and stolen by Barnes. Leads him in there. Out of bounds. Oklahoma City takes possession. And this now a list of guys who can shoot it as well as they can pass it. The point guards with the highest shooting percentage in the NBA. Number 1, Chris Paul. Russell Westbrook, 3rd. For the Los Angeles Clippers, they come in off a good outing against the Timberwolves at Target Center.
It was an emphatic win for them, especially considering that it was on the road. No question, by the way, that it was their offense that carried.
Steve, I love the way they attacked at every opportunity. They never were on their heels, and eventually that allowed them to pull away. He's come out of the gate smoking from three-point range today. Barbecue chicken.
Clark, you know me. I love barbecue chicken.
I'm more of a baked chicken guy myself, but that's fine, whatever.
Where do we get this guy?
Kevin, you love anything. I've not seen anything come in front of you that's food that you haven't devoured.
A platoon swap here for the Clippers.
You know, CP3 did a lot of things, guys, to change the culture of the Clippers, but one that maybe gets overlooked is how much he encourages and model talking on defense with his team. If you don't call out a screen or a rotation on his team, he'll call you out about it.
And a closer look here at the hustle stats for the Clippers.
And they've come out in attack mode defensively, applying pressure and stealing the ball repeatedly.
The other thing that's helped them early tonight are the points they've been able to convert off turnover.
Both teams on fire right from the opening tip.
Pedal to the throttle, Steve, just like we like it.
There's Odom. And it's the Clippers scoring again. And we've seen the Clippers turn around over the last few years. It doesn't just happen purely with talent, although it helps certainly. But Steve, a lot of it has to do with the change in the team's mindset.
Yeah, you can load up a team with a bunch of scorers and talented players, but if they're not playing for each other and motivated to have each other's backs, then it does nothing. And I think Paul has done wonders for just the chemistry and the mindset of this Clippers team.
About 3 seconds between shot and game clock. And again, Oklahoma City with the triple.
That's now a dozen straight points moving out wide open three-pointers.
You know what it looks like to me out there, guys? I mean, it looks like an all-star weekend out there. We know how much defense is played. There is actually defense during the all-star weekend, no D.
And Dudley kicks to Redick. Gets a very good look and converts.
That's a clean look they gave him there, fellas, and he drains those.
Collison for 3.
How about the killer instinct on display there.
Wow.
Fantastic.
He didn't even flinch, just buried it like it was any other shot. Unbelievable.
And at the end of one, both teams putting up some points. Thunder out in front, up 2. And we'll be back shortly for the start of the second quarter.
Next Sunday, November 24th, Derrick Rose and the Chicago Bulls take on Chris Paul and the Los Angeles Clippers. It's East and West. Don't miss it.
Neither team able to build much of a lead up to this point as we start the second quarter. And a moment now to quickly take a look at the offensive approach for the Thunder.
Now, they didn't waste any time getting into a groove out there. They're dialed in from long range.
The other thing they've had going for them tonight is their passing. I mean, doing a nice job. Plenty of their points early on coming off assists.
Backcourt tandem, Westbrook and Jeremy Lamb. Harry Jones out there at Durant, and it's Perkins in at the pivot spot manning the middle. That's the lineup out there for the Thunder. Now let's go to Doris Burke. Doris?
Gentlemen, Jamal Crawford will turn 34 this season. One of the quickest players in the league. He said, I'd be the first to tell you if I had lost a step. And the truth is, I have not. I didn't get my normal minutes my first couple of years, believe it. When I was younger, I was mad about it, but I think it saved my body. It's funny how it has all come together. I feel like I'm hitting my prime. Guys, he's been playing some of his best basketball over the last few seasons.
He always wants to take the big shots, Doris. It's just who he is.
Well, when you talk about the most fearsome finishers in the league, you got to put Blake Griffin right at the top of the list. I mean, he's a high riser, and he's able to dunk with authority over the top of defenders like very few in the league can.
Westbrook with it. He had a 27-point outing in their last game against Denver. Durant with another miss. That's tipped. Stolen by Durant. Back to Westbrook. Pass to Durant. Oklahoma City moving the ball around. Westbrook dishes to Jones. And that comes off the assist by Russell Westbrook. And it's 6 points for Perry Jones. And with Griffin, the dunks always get top billing, but he is more than just a dunker, or at least would hope to be more than just a dunker.
Well, he's a rebounder and an underrated passer for a big man. His touch outside is improving as well, so this is what you want to see from Griffin. Just incremental improvement each year.
Los Angeles making a switch here. DeAndre Jordan's checked in for Griffin. Barnes comes in for Lamar Odom. Jamal Crawford, he's checked in for Willie Green. And it's Paul in for Malik Williams. Jordan kicks to Barnes. The finger roll finish at the bucket.
Brought back the finger roll. That's a nice finesse move to pull off with the defense all over. Put together a great team, fans can get a little wild. When you put together a great team that's exciting to watch, then they really get wild. And that's what you have to deal with when you go to Oklahoma City. A great team with terrific fans.
And back to these great fans in Oklahoma City. They hosted the Hornets for one season in the aftermath of Hurricane Katrina, you recall. And Steve really showed what a great crowd they could be for a team.
Kevin, I agree, and I think that season when they hosted the Hornets, I think that showed the league that Oklahoma City was ready to become a franchise. And that's why the move from Seattle to Oklahoma City was allowed by the league, because the city had proven that they would support the club.
Crawford passes the ball. And the basket good. Bullock's got 5 now.
Boy, such outstanding patience and decision-making for them offensively.
Yeah, absolutely. Their ball movement has been outstanding. They're piling up the assists.
Jackson gets the bucket.
Clark, they're really struggling guarding that three-point line.
And they're not making up for it with their own shots from deep either, Steve.
Jackson against Paul. That's a 2 from Barnes. And a great assist by Paul as that one goes in. 6 points for Barnes. Now a timeout called by Oklahoma City. They're moving on after the tough loss they took at the hands of the Nuggets.
And that night, guys, they didn't resemble the team we're used to seeing, either as individuals or as a unit.
Steve, I thought there was really a lack of leadership. Nobody really gathered the team and tried to rally them. And sometimes you have to do that with your body language and your voice. To me, that was the most disappointing thing about the loss.
Clippers trail by 4. Paul with the ball, outguarded by Fisher. Paul kicks to Crawford, 16 feet away. Again, Los Angeles.
Well, you know, when they need a big three, he's the guy they look to. He's about as reliable a deep threat as you're going to find.
And one of the more noticeable things about him, Steve, is how ineffective screens are against him. I mean, it's almost like he's got oil all over his body, the way he slips off of him.
Okay, well, let's check in with Doris Burke reporting from our sideline in this game. Doris, take it away.
Hey, Kevin. Well, for the Los Angeles Clippers, the pieces seem to be coming together for a deep run. It all started with the acquisition of Coach Doc Rivers, who was also given a lead role in basketball decision-making. Followed up with the trade for J.J. Redick and Jared Dudley, that gives the team great shooting on the wings. And both players expressed their excitement to play for the Clips. Guys, this once downtrodden franchise has become a destination.
Winning situation, Doris. Thanks. And Durant sends it back. Ibaka sets the bit for Durant. And Durant gets double two. Fisher from the arc. That's good. And a nice assist from Durant. Durant's got his third assist on the night.
The D has gotten a little lax defending the three-point shot at that end.
Agreed, Clark. They poured in 3 of the last 5 baskets on pretty open looks behind the arc.
The three from Dudley, and that one's good. Dudley's got 5 now.
Incredible. Only took them a few seconds to answer the 3 ball with one of their own.
Let's keep this thing going, guys. I love seeing a three-point battle like this.
Here's Cephalosha. And again, Oklahoma City with the triple. Now Paul. Here's the dish to Dudley. And it's the Clippers scoring again. And so we wrap up the first half. Thunder lead by 6. And we'll have the start of the second half when we come back after the break. But right now, let's go over to Damon Bruce with the Sprint Halftime Show.
Now, presented by Sprint.
Hi and welcome. Halftime report coming your way with an excellent game going on in Oklahoma City. Oklahoma City up on top against the Clippers. They've struggled a bit in the early going this season, but appear to be in good shape for the second half. For the first half, Russell Westbrook was fantastic. The bucket looks about 5 feet wide for him. He hasn't missed one shot. Can you believe it? On the Clippers side of things, they're managing to hang around. Offensively, they're making it look ridiculously easy. Everything's falling. Jamal Crawford has had himself an amazing start. He's got 14 points, and he's been able to provide some nice assists as well. And now, let's look at the game scheduled for later. Out in Denver, it'll be the Nuggets against the Bulls. It's an 8:30 Eastern time for a tip-off out there. And that'll do it as the second half is about to start out in Oklahoma City.
The Sprint Halftime Report, presented by Sprint.
Here we go now, the start of the third quarter, welcoming you back in a closely contested first half so far.
Well, Westbrook has been great. He's got 14 points, and he's drained 3 three-point bombs so far.
I'll tell you what, he should not hesitate to keep firing from out there because he's got the touch tonight.
Getting underway in the second half, here's the 5 for Doc Rivers. Blake Griffin down low and DeAndre Jordan. Crawford and Barnes filling out the wings. And it's Paul in at the 1 spot. And the teardrop, and there's the rejection. He lobs it up. And Kevin Durant with the slam.
The lead just grows on that ridiculous offensive sequence.
That dunk alone would have been spectacular. Never mind it coming at the end of an alley-oop.
Yeah, that just added more to it.
Yeah, what a beautiful connection on that play.
When you watch Oklahoma City play, you obviously can see their explosiveness offensively. Kevin Durant, Russell Westbrook, but They're pretty explosive defensively, too. Last season, they led the league in blocked shots.
Cephalosha. It's a nice passing by Oklahoma City here. Westbrook fishes to Durant. Trying to answer back, but that three is off the mark. 3 on 3. Here's Paul. Lays it up and banks it in.
Well, you know, he's not a guy that's just going to settle for pulling up. When he has an opportunity, he's going to take it strong to the hoop.
Absolutely, Clark. To get back to what you were saying about the Thunder, it starts with the Ibaka leading the way, but they can all leap up and Steve get a piece of the shot.
Yeah, Ibaka is the anchor, Kevin, but when you look at across the lineup, guys like Westbrook and Durant, Perkins, I mean, they get plenty of block shots. You know, it's the combination of perimeter defense and athleticism and speed with a lot of size and strength down low.
Feeds it to Griffin. From 6 away, again the Clippers.
Now, he's really stood out for his club today. Even though they're struggling a little bit, he's doing his part.
And a quick look now at the NBA scoring leaders. Russell Westbrook, number 1.
Well, all you have to do is point to his name at the top of the list. What a season it's been for him. He's been amazing.
So, for the Clippers, Lamar Odom is checked in for Barnes. Reddick comes in for Jamal Crawford. And it's Collison in for Chris Paul. And Ibaka kicks to Westbrook. And there's the feed to Cephalosha. He passes to Durant. 6 to shoot. And Durant gets double team. Hits the bucket. Durant's got 15.
He's played an important role in their offense today, guys. Without him, they may not be in the league.
Odom kicks to Jordan. Back to Odom. He dishes it to Jordan. Again, Los Angeles.
You know, as soon as he recognized the height mismatch, he immediately pulled up for the jumper.
As he should. That's a good decision. When he gets a clean look, you got to take it. You know, DeAndre Jordan last year led the league in field goal percentage at 64%, but that was a percentage that was better than his free throw percentage. You want to get that flip, and hopefully Jordan will be able to do that.
And the Clippers making a change here. Green's checked in. Collison kicks to Green. Durant with the steal. Dishes it to Cephalosha. A basket good off the assist from Durant. Durant's got his 5th assist in this one. And for DeAndre Jordan, it's strange. His shooting motion at the line looks good, but Steve, last year just 38% from the stripe.
Well, it's got to be mental. Kevin, because you watch the way he shoots. You know, it's not a beautiful stroke, but it's not broken by any means. I think it's all about finding a way to be comfortable at the free throw line. Some players never reach that point.
That one goes. Count. 17 points for Kevin Durant.
He's having quite the quarter here, guys. I mean, shooting the ball extremely well.
Rejected by Ibaka. 1:22 left to play in the third. The shot's good from Westbrook.
Well, as long as the threes keep dropping for him, he'll continue firing away.
And they are dropping for him. What a game he's having from deep. One of the things that really jumps out at you about the Clippers is their depth. Really impressive. I mean, they've surrounded their stars with a bench that includes Jamal Crawford, who was second in the voting for Sixth Man of the Year. They've got a nice second unit.
And he gets a 3 of his own. Good answer there.
Yeah, and he's not scared to trade shots like that. This is some kind of performance we're seeing from him today. He has yet to miss a shot.
And a new group getting ready for Oklahoma City. Machine the Beat is checked in for Perkins. Collison comes in for Serge Ibaka. Roberson, he's checked in for Kevin Durant. And Jeremy Lamb subbed in for Thabo Cephalosha. Well, we talk about the bench for the Clippers last season. Also guys like Matt Barnes and Lamar Odom. Steve, some good defensive tenacity there, too.
Yeah, they had an edge. You know, Barnes really gave them some toughness and some grit. I thought Crawford's shooting gave them some balance where they had a good offense to go with good defense. And then Bledsoe slashing. They were a lot of fun to watch, that bench unit.
One of the reasons they're behind is because we haven't seen enough of that. He needs to become a bigger part of the offense.
Roberson the pass to Lamb. And Fisher kicks to Collison. Left block shot on the way, and that one's good. Collison's got 5. Clippers trail by 10. 5 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Green dishes to Collison. Outside Odom. And fouled hard that time. He'll get to the line and shoot 2.
The offense is getting right to the rim, but at least they saved the layup with the foul.
That's old school basketball rules. I mean, at the end of the day, no easy layup. Earn it from the line.
So he can't get either to fall. Pass to Roberson. And goaltending is going to be the call. So they hit the basket there anyway.
He got there late, but you do have to like the aggressiveness to go after the block. But that one's going to count.
And here comes Paul, averaging 24 points per contest. Dudley's shot is good.
And I'm just impressed with his effort, guys, because we know he's hurting out there.
Good if it goes. What a play! Simply drains it in at the...
That really could be a morale-crushing three-pointer, fellas. What a way to head into the fourth quarter.
And as we end the third quarter, a double-digit deficit will make it tough to come back. Thunder out in front. They lead by 12. And right after this, we'll bring you the start of the final quarter right here on 2K Sports.
On tap Wednesday, November 27th, Stephen Curry and the Golden State Warriors take on Dirk Nowitzki and the Dallas Mavericks, live from Dallas. You don't want to miss it.
And we're rolling here again with the fourth quarter. Might not come down to the wire. But you never know. All right, well, look at how the hustle game has been going for the Thunder.
Now, we've seen them make that extra effort rotating from the weak side, closing out on their airspace, sending shots back.
They've repeatedly gotten out on the break tonight as well and scored a lot of baskets in transition.
Ibaka and Collison, the duo inside. Reggie Jackson out there with Jeremy Lamb. And it's Roberson in at the threesome. That's the lineup in the game for Oklahoma City.
And they're making a statement here, guys, going inside for 8 of their last 10 points.
Time to man up on D and stop these free runs to the rim.
What a display of offense we've seen today, and it's only getting better.
Well, both defenses have been on their heels all day, and it's begun to take its toll. I tell you what, fellas, we're seeing some really good ball movement out there.
Yeah, well, 10 of their last 12 points have come off of assists.
Dudley's shot is good.
That is some real serious dime dropping there. Exquisite assist.
Jackson drives in and out of bounds as the Clippers gain possession. DeAndre Jordan's checked in for the Clippers. And we've played through about a minute here in the fourth. Clippers trail by 9. Smooth as silk on the finger roll. That's now 8 points for Chris Paul.
Guys, he shot a very good percentage today, and they've needed it.
And here's Fisher. And the pass to Lamb. And that comes off the assist by Derek Fisher. And it's 6 points for Lamb.
What a floor leader he's been at the offensive end.
You know, he's done a terrific job of moving the ball around, sharing it, dispersing it, and running the show.
A different look for Oklahoma City. Durant comes in for Jeremy Lamb. And Thabo Sefolosha subbed in for Reggie Jackson. Let's go quickly over to Doris Burke for an update.
Guys, over that last break, I listened to Doc Rivers address his team. He gave his guys the green light to keep firing from downtown, telling them, listen, I like the work you're doing out there. Keep finding those gaps on the perimeter. They're giving us open shots.
Always great to hear from you, Doris. Crawford with the steal. Kicks it to Barnes. Back to Crawford. And he lobs it up toward the rim. And the slam by Blake Griffin.
Maybe that'll ignite him. I mean, possible not to get pumped up after that. At least I think that would be the case.
Well, you can see the immediate reaction of the guys on the bench. They are. Look at them. They are pumped up.
Yeah, they're geeked.
That's what those alley-oops do, though.
And Fisher kicks to Durant. To the middle. And finished off by Paul.
Seems to me that anytime the game is on the line, I mean, he's perfectly willing to be the hero, or the GOAT for that matter. And that's what it takes to be clutch in big situations. You can't be afraid to fail.
And the other thing about him, his hand, a terrific asset of his. Very quick and strong. As a ball handler, he's the last guy you want defending.
Paul gets a screen from Griffin. A drive by Paul. Releases from 15. Again, the Clippers.
Boy, he's having a great half here. Exactly the opposite of the first.
Now a timeout called by Oklahoma City. Last time they met was in Los Angeles, where they beat the Clippers.
Yeah, that last matchup was really a tough game. And I thought the difference was they got some scoring from their bench, and they needed it. But that depth really was the issue.
Kendrick Perkins is checked in for Oklahoma City. Westbrook comes in for Derek Fisher. Here's Cephalosha, and that comes off the assist by Russell Westbrook. And the Thunder lead by 6.
What a beautiful assist. That's a couple of teammates clearly on the same page.
Ball against Westbrook. Barnes passes to Griffin. Out of bounds, Clippers ball as the Clippers keep possession. As Steve alluded to, Clark, the previous matchup wasn't decided until the final moment.
Yeah, I recall that being a fantastic game, and one of the great things about it were those unlikely heroes from off the bench.
Where was he going with that pass? I mean, that's just an awful turnover.
And Westbrook, here we go. That's good.
Great job getting the ball inside right now. Coach really wants them to show some physical presence and toughness here in the second half. And that's exactly what they're doing.
That's good from Westbrook. And there's a minute 45. Left to play here in the fourth. Stolen by Westbrook. Oh, and a fast break for Oklahoma City. And Kevin Durant with the slam.
I love the flow that they've been playing with offensively tonight. And this is an impressive performance.
Well, and that lead they have just continues to grow and grow.
On the wing, Jamal Crawford. The ball. Now Griffin inside. The dive for the ball. And it's out of bounds. The Clippers able to retain possession here. Over 3.5 minutes through the final quarter now. Crawford outside. They need this, and the layup is up and in. Crawford's got 19 points.
That is a terrific effort on the shot. He's giving up a lot of size, but still finds a way to score.
I don't think that affected him in the least, though, Steve. I mean, he made it look like he was the bigger guy.
Durant dishes to Ibaka. The 10-footer. Perkins, and the shot is good.
And a terrific run to really put this ball game away.
And now let's see how many more points they can throw up there before the horn sound.
And here's Barnes for 3, and another 3 for the Clippers.
A wide open 3. They need much better communication defensively.
And Kevin Durant with the slam.
Just a little bit more for these fans to cheer about as they get ready to celebrate the win.
Well, they can already... start to celebrate, Steve, and they should let their team hear it. They were good.
LA's gotten off to a great start from three-point range in the final quarter. They're a perfect 3 of 3. No one covering.
Boy, I tell you what, he's having one of those days where if he takes it, he makes it.
Oklahoma City's gone 2 for 2 from three-point land to start the fourth quarter. Paul with the ball. Westbrook picks him up. It's good, and he drew contact on the shot, so he will go to the line. A three-point play chance here. We've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock, and now they decide to foul intentionally.
So he's just blazing fast off the dribble. He comes right at you and constantly attacking. And even if you try to anticipate what's coming, he still seems to either go around you or just right over the top of you.
Really, he's got that bull in a China shop style once he gets into the lane. I mean, he's looking for contact and has the strength and jumping ability to take the bump and still finish.
23 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one. Stolen by Westbrook. Durant.
How about that basketball, man? Wow. An example right there, guys, is how even as their lead grew into a big one, they never started coasting.
That's the truth. I mean, they've been in charge of this game all the way through.
There's 14 seconds left in the fourth quarter. What a beautiful shot to bring them to within 3. And they need to stop the clock, so there's a foul.
They can't let them pound the ball and just milk those precious seconds away.
No other option here but to foul and hope for a few misses at the line.
And so both free throws are good. And it's a 5-point game.
Clutch free throws there to ensure that they're going to go home with the W.
Crawford kicks to Barnes. Ball outside. And he's going up for the alley-oop.
That's the epitome of teamwork right there, Kevin, on the alley-oop.
Clark, what about the finish? Bring her down with some thunder.
Yeah. Right.
But I'll tell you, the pass was even better. He put it on an absolute platter for him.
Tries to keep it alive. And that'll be Oklahoma City as it goes out of bounds. Thunder retain possession.
Yes! Crisp pass into the paint.
Oklahoma City picking up the win. They pulled off this win, Clark, with respectable performances on both ends of the floor.
Yeah, I think it was just really a nice overall effort, Kevin.
Well, it's time to say so long. For Clark Kellogg, Steve Kerr, and Doris Burke, this is Kevin Harlan along with our 2K Sports crew thanking you for tuning in. Now it's time to present our Jordan Player of the Game, Russell Westbrook.
For some reason, again on our own clock, but this time they ended up winning again as the OKC Thunder holds off the Clippers. That's not the game-winning shot, it was sealed. Russell Westbrook got 30 points, Kevin Durant got 28, and Jamar Crawford got 25 points, and a huge win for the Thunder. Might be the Clippers, might be complete a comeback, but fell short. As Russell Westbrook said, continuing playing with sprained toe. Right now will be healing continues, and that will be wrapped up by 5-point victory, 106-101, winning by Team OKC Thunder. And now the second game of the day, we're off to Denver, Colorado, and Pepsi Center. The matchup features the interconference duo, East meets West. It is gonna be Derrick Rose and Joakim Noah of the Chicago Bulls take on JaVale McGee and Ty Lawson of the Denver Nuggets. And that'll do it for now. This is Andre Kenshin here as the Thunder survives over the Clippers 106-101. I'm Andre Kenshin. Say so long for Chesapeake Energy Arena in Oklahoma City. Now we'll see you later on today here in Pepsi Center in Denver for the second matchup of the day. Features the Chicago Bulls and the Denver Nuggets. This is Andre Kenshin. Say so long for Chesapeake Energy Arena in Oklahoma City. We'll see you later on for the second game between the Chicago Bulls and the Denver Nuggets. I'm Andre Kenshin. Once again, say so long for Chesapeake Energy Arena in Oklahoma City. It's time to say sign up and peace out. Goodbye, and reminder, we'll see you later on today here in Pepsi Center for the Bulls and the Nuggets. Sign up and peace out. Goodbye.